Hi guys, welcome to Asian Petrolhead. Today we have the 2022 Genesis GV80. So maybe it should be considered as 2023 for you guys watching from North America. And you guys might say, you know, another Genesis GV80, but for the 2023 year model, Genesis actually have added 6 seats. So let's take a look inside first. Such a cold day here in Korea, and we have soft closing doors for the second row passengers. And like I told you, Genesis have added 6 seats for the 2023 year model. So we have a 2, 2, 2. We can used to only get it with the 5 or 7 seats, but it's really nice to have it with the 6 seats. First of all, we get the 2 large seats here, and also they're giving us this armrest plus cup holder and control. So let me just briefly walk you through it. We have 2 cup holders here, home buttons, Genesis control right here, volume buttons for each side, because you can turn on the left ones or right one, and you can use the Genesis control for the right ones or left one. So it's quite nicely done. And we also have wireless charging pad for the second row passengers, and it goes in like this vertically. And we're also given some storage area here, good armrest, and also right here some storage area here. For this 6-seater configuration, Genesis is charging about $2,000 US. So guys, do let me know whether do you think it's worth the money. And rest is pretty nice. We're still given motorized sunshade for the side. I mean, Genesis G80 does not have it. It's pretty nice. You press down once to roll down the shade, and one more time to roll down the window. We have double laminated windows even for the second row passengers, so it's very nicely isolated and full automatic. Very nice. And everything from the headliner, the full leather, and open pore wood trim, everything feels very nice. And we even have a Lexicon sound system, so we're going to let you hear it and going to briefly walk you through it. There's also a power button here, so you can turn on or off either way, so it's very nice. And we have a climate, you know, temperature and everything, and the map, so you know where you're going, right? So you know you're not being kidnapped. And golf course, you can select your favorite golf course and set it as a destination as well. And also give you information how many, you know, holes it has and stuff like that. And real estate, I don't know what that is, but you can also play with the video, DMV, music, radio, PlayStation, everything. Also have camera, can change the view like this, so pretty nice. And we also have sports. If you're a big sports fan, you can choose your team: soccer, basketball, volleyball, golf. And navigation menu, you can also input the navigation's destination for the driver from back here. So that's pretty nice. Ambient light, if you want, you know, change the ambient lights right on the side everywhere. So if you're here with your lady, you can do that. Okay, and then we also have 2 air vents here, 3-stage heated and ventilation seats, auto climate control. You also have a physical buttons here. Temperature, really nice. And 2 fast USB charging ports and 1 220 volt charge. And one thing I forgot to tell you is there's a button right here. With a push-up button, it goes into relaxation mode like this. So it's quite comfortable. You guys know I'm about 6'2". There's plenty of legroom. That was where I was driving. And legroom, one more time, it just brings it back to normal position. And even in normal mode, it's quite nice. And we have a makeup thing for ladies and reading lamp, all LED, nice grab bar. Okay, now let me quickly show you the third row seats then. Okay. There's a button on the top, and it takes a little bit of time, so I I like my Palisade manual, so but it's certainly moves away. So, and the getting in is not so easy, but you do that and you can press one more time, and it's gonna try to crunch your legs. But yeah, as you can see, I'm about 6'2", and you know, I only, if you're for adults, I only suggest for emergency cases. Yeah, not much headroom, and leg room is very tight, and but it's quite nicely done over here. We have a very good headliner, Lexicon sound system, air vents on the side, and you can even move the third row seats, which makes things only worse. But we're also given some cup holders and very nicely padded some storage area as well. So yeah, I don't think even your kid's gonna like this, but if you want, you know, you can also get it with 5 seats. But if you want these 2 captain chairs, then you only have to get it with 6 seats. So that's something to think about. Okay, so let me just go out and show you other parts of the car. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's getting out is a yeah, it can be done though. Okay, let me also show you the car from the rear so I can show you the trunk. We have a rear window wiper right there. Really wish it was a hidden type, and it says Genesis all-wheel drive GV80 2-line tail lamp system with LED turn signal, reflectors, dual exhaust on the bottom, and LED license plate. And this is how you open the trunk. I thought it would be here, but right there. So, and the trunk size is really tiny with the all 3 seats up, but you can actually fold third and second row like this. And you can notice that the second row does not fold completely. That's because of the padding for the seat. So it's a little bit unfortunate, but I guess we're gonna have to deal with that. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And we also have some hidden storage area on the bottom. That's a trunk cover. We also have some tools and a fixer flat kit. Okay. Ooh. And that's how you close the trunk. So let's take a quick look at the exterior design. Can you guys guess what has changed for the 2023 year? Can you guess? Not much. We still have a Genesis logo on the top, G matrix pattern with crest grille in the middle. That's a camera for 360 camera, large opening on the bottom, and that's actually a radar sensor for the adaptive cruise control. We also have a active grille shutter in the middle, so this guy can stay more efficient. And we also have air curtains on the side, chrome accents on the bottom, quad headlamp system with 2-lined DRL. Now let me just show you the system working in action. That's DRL, headlamp, high beam, turn signal, there's no fog lamp, and this is what horn sounds like. All right, guys? And you can get Genesis GV80 with 3 different engine choices, 2.5 liter turbo, 3 liter diesel, or 3.5 liter twin turbo. But our tester actually came with twin turbocharged 3.5 liter V6, producing about 380 horsepower, 390 pound-feet of torque. Engine made it to 8-speed automatic, and power sent through all 4 wheels. So now let me just show you how fast this Genesis can be. Okay, let's take the ESC off, 2-stage, first one and second one. Put the car into sports mode, foot on the brake, go! It's taking very nicely, sounds good even with 6 seats. And it took 6 seconds to hit 60 miles per hour. I thought it would be faster, but right now it is about -5 degrees Celsius, and You know, all-wheel drive system is working very effectively, not much slippage, so pretty nice for this sized SUV. I think we have the active sound design, so I'm just gonna turn it off. See, active sound, largest with off. So this is with off. So sounds much better without the active sound design. And looking at the car from the side, we also have a two-line side repeaters, and really love this line right here, keeping a rugged and good SUV stance right there. Side mirrors are bolted on the side, small windows near the A-pillar to give you better visibility, and right there, do you see it? There's a camera for 360 camera, so that's how it works. And we also have a chrome strip on the bottom and soft closing doors for the both first and second row passengers. And our tester is actually wearing 22 inches. It's wearing 265 40 by 22 inches front and back. We also have adaptive suspension. So now let's go out and check out the braking performance of 2023 Genesis GV80. A bit more speed, no problemo. Let's see. It took Genesis GV60 3.5 liter twin turbo only about 129 feet to complete. I felt stable and confident. Like I told you, it's about -5 degrees Celsius here in Korea, and we have lots of calcium chloride on the floor. So for those conditions, I think it's a very good figures. It feels very stable and nice for a tall SUV. Yeah, before we go out to driving, let me just tell you a little bit about the interior. Really loving this beigey two-tone color. Looks really bright and everything, but you're gonna have to keep on cleaning them. And yeah, leather everywhere, wood trim, open pore, and soft even to the bottom. We also have a head-up display on the top. Everything is leather stitched, and we also have 12.3-inch gauge cluster with 3-dimensional effect. Not really a big fan because sometimes just makes me dizzy. And I know you guys are not really big fan of the 2-spoke steering wheel design, but after driving it for quite some time, I can tell you it's very comfortable to hold it like this on long distance journeys. Yes, Genesis G80 Sports comes with the 3-spoke steering wheel design, but for SUV, I think this fits more nicely. So guys, let me know what you think about it. And to the right, we also have 14.5-inch infotainment screen. I'm a little bit surprised because even the all-new second generation Genesis G90 only comes with 12.3-inch infotainment screen. I guess, you know, because 14.5-inch just makes the screen wider, not any larger. So I guess Genesis just wanted to make it 12.3 and 12.3 inch. Sort of makes sense. Can straight touch on the screen, responds very nicely, or use the Genesis control, and you can even write on it. I have a very bad handwriting. Let's try A. Oh, got it. B, got it. So C failed, but you get the idea. And it generally responds very quickly. Love the Genesis map, and you can also get the augmented reality, neon, 3D, 2D. 2D responds very quickly. So okay, and we also have a seamless events on the bottom. And we get lots of physical buttons and dials for the climate media control, such as map, navigation, favorites, hazard buttons. And also we have a dial type control for the temperature. So it's really quite simple and easy to use. And this center section is touch sensitive for the climate control. And when you do press it, it responds very quickly. I'm usually not a big fan of touch sensitive buttons, but it responds very quickly. And so it's, yeah, I like it. And one funny thing is when you activate the air cleaning mode, it automatically closes the window. So very nice. We also have a wireless charging pad, some charging ports. This sort of reminds me of a Porsche system, the volume and sync button and Genesis control. Diode type gear selector yields lots of room inside. We also have some storage area on the bottom, 360 camera, auto hold, hill descent control, and parking sensor off. Some storage area here as well, and glove box. So I think I told you everything about the car, and we get 2 large sunroofs on the top. Okay, too much talking. Now let's go out and drive this Genesis GV80.
Please hang up and try again.
Right now we're driving in comfort mode. How's the ride? Well, we have adaptive suspension and preview suspension, meaning the front camera reads the road ahead and adjusts the damping rate automatically. And yeah, it's going over bumps pretty nicely. But our tester is wearing 22-inch rims, so if you hit the pothole too hard, it can upset the chassis a bit. So if you want smoother rides, then maybe you should go with smaller rim sizes. And what about the visibility? Visibility is very nice in here. Like we told you, side mirrors are bolted on the sides, small windows near the A-pillar. We also have blind spot monitoring system and also alert system, which will greatly help you during your lane changes. And we have large windows all around, so it's very pleasant place to be. And sitting position wise, you know, this is an SUV, so we're sort of looking down from the top, so it's quite pleasant place to be. And we have double laminated windows for the first and second row passengers, so it's quite nicely isolated. We're going to give you one more update on how quiet it is, how stable it feels even on higher speed. Okay, now let's talk about engine for a second. Our tester came with a 3.5 liter twin turbocharged gasoline engines. Right now we're in comfort mode. Even in comfort mode, it just pushes the car very gently all the way. Okay, now let me just put the car into sports mode. Try one more time. Okay. In sports mode, it shifts a little bit more aggressively. The suspension, adaptive suspension, firms up and it just pulls like a train. Wow. And it also feels very stable even on very, very high speed. And because its peak torque starts as early as 1300 RPM, it just makes power everywhere. Oh my God. And you know, this is a relatively large SUV and it just pushes the car and wow, that was only pre-cornering, but the rear will actually pop out. We even have a eLSD for this Genesis GV80, so look forward to check out the cornering very soon. But I don't know what it is, but I have a feeling that this guy handles better than the G80, even though it has a higher center of gravity. I don't know why, but definitely maybe it's a way they tune the suspension, but it's just takes corner very confidently. And engineers made it to 8-speed automatic. We're also given paddle shifters. So let me just show you working in actions. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Will it go into second gear? Yes, it does. And for an SUV, you know, this is not a sports car, and it's responding very nicely, quickly, and it still retains the smoothness. So I think it's a very good fit for this SUV. Nice. It just pulls very linearly. Nice. Yeah, it's built in-house though too, right? Now let me just show you the adaptive cruise control working with lane keep assist. As you can see, it's a very delicate system, placing the car right on the center. Of course, in a minute I was just gonna say, hey driver, it's time to put your hands back on the steering wheel. Yeah. And this Genesis GV80 will also change the lanes for you. But by the law here in Korea, you're supposed to have your hands on the steering wheel. So yeah, a little bit work to do, but yeah, Genesis is getting there. So really hope to see more better systems in the future. But yeah, I will change the lanes for you. So yeah, pretty good. And also keeps a safe distance with the car in front. Okay, now let's go and check out the handling capability. Okay, now let's check out the handling capability. Let's go with third gear, sounds good. Wow, it's taking very nicely. Oh, the rear actually pops out. So it handles very nicely even with the 6 seats, and ELSD is there, and all-wheel drive system and everything. And overall, I think the suspension, the adaptive suspension and all-wheel drive system is working very nicely to make this SUV stick to the ground. And I told you, for some reason it feels more rigid compared to Genesis G80. Yeah, and if I have to choose my weapon, I will choose GV80 with all-wheel drive system. So let's try it one more time on this hard left. Okay, and let's try one more time. The road is a bit slippery with all the calcium chloride. The seatbelt pretension working for me, and yes, you can really feel the higher center of gravity compared to Genesis G80, but still I think it handles very nicely for a tall SUV. All-wheel drive system, ELSD, and everything is just making this car stick to the ground. So yeah, this car will compete against rivals such as BMW X5 and Mercedes GLE, and I don't know, this car starts around 53K here in Korea, direct conversion, and it will, like this one, fully loaded, 6-seater, fully loaded, will cost you about 75K US dollars. And guys, do let me know what do you think about the pricing and how it stacks against the competition. I think it's very competitive. I'm not saying this because I'm from Korea, but I think Genesis is making great SUVs. So guys, do let me know, how do you like Genesis GV80 in the comment section, please. Yeah. Last time, it feels stable even on very, very high speed. And like I told you, it's nicely isolated even from the bottom. I'm hearing more noise coming from the A-pillar, but still very nicely isolated. And we have a full piston brakes up front, so it's got some stopping power. Yeah. Okay, let's also check out the efficiency of Genesis GV80 with 3.5 liter twin turbo. It has returned about 16 miles per gallon in the city and about 25 miles per gallon on the highway. So yes, this guy is quite thirsty. If you want better fuel economy, then you should probably get this car with 3-liter diesel engine, or I even suggest you get the Genesis GV70 with 2.5 liter turbo. But yeah, it's just what it is. We even have some snow on the side, so let's drive a bit carefully. Alright guys, this has been our test drive with the 2023 Genesis GV80 with 6 seats. This will compete against rivals such as Mercedes GLE and BMW X5. I think it's quite competitive. So guys, do let me know, how do you like this Genesis GV80 against the competition? And we'll be back with much more. So if you love cars and car reviews, please do support us by subscribing to our channel and also hit that bell notification so you don't miss out in the future. Thank you guys, see you soon, stay healthy, and bye-bye. We showed you about the relaxation seat, but that was behind the driver's seat. If you do it behind the passenger seats, it will even move the front seats, so you can cross your legs like this. But what happens if there's somebody sitting in the front passenger seat? Let's check that out. My crew is actually sitting on the passenger side. If I do it now, only my seat moves. So I think there's a sensor on the butt, you know, on the bottom. So a smart one. And we have 18 speaker sound system by Lexkin, so let me just let you hear it. Yeah, so I think it's, you know, takes bass nicely and sounds very crisp. And you know, when you start using this volume tuned home back menu button, first it feels a little bit weird, but as you use it more and more, it's very nice. So yeah, so there you go.